there, Leo. Dadhichi here. It's September 2021, and this month's really, really important for you for money. Money, money, money. And the reason for that is due to this new moon that's going to take place in your second house of finance. So that's going to occur on the 7th of the month. So there's a lot of financial elements to the chart, but not necessarily good. It shows us that the fiery planets, your ruling planet, Sun and Mars, both good planets for you, don't get me wrong, but they can heat things up and make you a little bit aggressive and cause some friction in your relationships, especially those business partnerships or workplace associations that you have. So you have to be a little bit careful. Nevertheless, the point I'm making here for you is that the new moon here indicates some new planning, a new idea that you may have, something that you want to get happening. This may have been in the inceptive stage for some time. That's also shown by retrograde planets here in the 8th house, the 7th house, and the 6th house. So there it is there on the 7th in the company of Mars, but a very confusing new moon, I've got to say, Leo. And that's shown by the opposition to Neptune. That Mars-Neptune opposition can show an almost paralyzing effect on your will and your capacity to make things happen. So you've got to be very, very careful under this new moon, because you may make decisions that are not based on fact. There could be some deception involved in that. Neptune is notorious for that, especially being in the 8th house. Some nice aspects are there, though, as well. I shouldn't focus on the negative. Just a cautionary note there on the finances. But your 4th house Venus there after the 12th is very, very nice and intensifies your sense of happiness and well-being. So that's a nice counter to this fiery Sun and Mars new moon in that second house. Keep your eye out also on the fact that the full moon is going to swing back around here and touch on Neptune, even though Mars moves out around the 16th into your 3rd house. Now, if you've been confused and held back, this 3rd house is an excellent house for giving you a kick up the pants, or giving yourself a kick up the pants, because it really is a self-deterministic sector. When Mars is here, especially with Mercury, you're able to speak up and say the things you ordinarily wouldn't say or do. And that can happen around the 18th when you see the transit of the moon with fortuitous Jupiter. It then moves into this 8th house, which is shared resources. Again, another money house for you. And around the 21st is when you'll feel the full impact of this 20th, 21st. There it is, that conjunction with Neptune. So you've got to get your rose-coloured glasses off, Leo. If you've got some ideas, this month is showing us that you will indeed determine that you are going to do something new. You've got the willpower, the drive, the courage to do it. And this, by the way, the Mercury-Mars combination in your 3rd house is a contractual type of arrangement there. Mercury is the planet of communication, planet of papers, tickets, writings, contracts. And Mars gives you the courage to go forward. It's best to wait till after the 22nd. Wait till the moon has passed its full phase and that conjunction with Neptune, so that you're clear about what it is you want. You're clear on all of the terms and conditions and on what the other person or persons want in the negotiation. It's around the 23rd and 24th when there may be some shift or sudden change in the nature of your work. And that's going to be a recurrent feature of your horoscope, Leo. That's because the moon swings around here every 28 days or so and is going to touch Uranus, which remains in your 10th house. So there could be intermittent surprises that are in store for you, and this month is no exception. But I think with all of these retrograde planets, and of course, have a look here, Mercury towards the end of the month also goes retrograde. So I'd be recommending that if you have to sign a contract, there it is stationary on the 26th, Sun also moving into this area. I'd be doing this well before the stationary and retrograde motion, particularly because it's in the area of contracts, communication, and sort of agreements with other people. The moon moves to the 12th house, or 29th and 30th, and that's a quiet part of the horoscope. It's one in which you may need to do a little bit of self-reflection, and that's important while these planets are retrograde. Wow, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planets retrograde. The nodes are usually retrograde anyhow, but that's a powerful load of energy going in, doing its mad backward dance. So that's why I say to you, any sort of contractual arrangement, agreement, even journeys or travels are indicated by this third house. You're best to do everything prior to that retrogression, or wait till after Mercury goes direct again. Find out more at astrology.com.au. I've got heaps more there for you. Lots to talk about, more aspects, more filler for what I've said here. This is just a very brief synopsis. And don't forget to subscribe and drop me a note if you want some clarification. I'm always here to give you further insight into what's going on. Look forward to your company next month, and do stay safe. Bye-bye now, Leo.